Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another Auto World Complete series video. I've actually had this queued up for a while, and it's about time I get to this. Basically, if you're unfamiliar with these videos, once I complete an Auto World set, meaning that I do have all the cars and all of the Ultra Reds, the Ultra Red chase cars, I go ahead and just do a video on the entire series. Part of it is really just for my own good, just to kind of document that I have this set complete, and I put it in an Auto World complete series playlist. Well, Auto World playlist, really, not a complete series playlist. Anyhow, so I've completed this set, and we are going to do Auto World 2022 Release 1. So I have all the Ultra Reds, and I have all the regular cars, and of course all of them are loose, except for this one right here, which is the Ultra Red of the 1973 Plymouth Roadrunner. This is the last car in the set that I got, so that's how we do this. So we'll kind of save maybe opening that one up for last. So before we go into opening that, what I think we're going to do is go through the rest of them in order. So the first release, or the first car in the set, is this right here. This is black 2019 Nicky Chevy Camaro ZL11LE, limited to 14,910 pieces. This thing is pretty mean looking. All black. There is some matte black on the hood there. It's got fingerprints all over it now. That's the one thing about black cars. And this casting is pretty sweet. This is a pretty new casting from Auto World. You can check out, we got tooling number down here, tooling number 59. Get a close look at that detailed base. Get a close look at that detailed front of the car. You guys know Auto World's my favorite brand. Bimby, Illinois. And this also, of course, has an opening hood. We can go ahead and take a look at the engine up close. So that was the version A, which looks really awesome and really cool in this very mean looking black. I mean, out of the two, if I was going to get this car for real in real life, that would be the one I would pick over the version B. But the version B is pretty cool too. It's this very, very loud color. Shock is what this color is called. Very cool. This one's also limited to the same amount, so 14,910 pieces. You can kind of see a little bit more of the details, maybe a little bit better on the yellow one, of course, than the black one. But the color is fluorescent. It's very, 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 very bright and very cool. So I'm definitely digging that one. Obviously, I mean, for me, it feels like one of these wheels is coming. Oh, one of the wheels is not all the way on. I have just discovered that. You can see the little ridges. I'm going to push that on, but I'm always afraid I'm going to push too hard, and I'm going to send the axle through the rim and through my thumb, which would not feel good. That's a little bit better. I think I'll mess with that a little bit later, but there you go. And there's that guy there. Very cool. All right. Then, of course, we got the Ultra Red. And the Ultra Red, for this release, we have Ultra Red body, Ultra Red interior, white rims and tires and base. So, like, everything has gotten some sort of chase treatment on this vehicle. And I think the hood, under the hood, I think it's just your basic motor. Yep. Sometimes they will do white engines, so you got to look out for that as well. Oh, all the way down. There we go. This hood snaps really tight. So this approximately, if we're going on the 3% of the production, it's probably limited to around 895 pieces, doing the math. And it looks pretty slick in red. I'm digging it. All right. So keep moving here. Next is the quintessential square body. Well, sort of the quintessential square body. There are a few releases, well, one recent release that didn't have a square body in it. This 2022 release one, though, did, and they went with a step side, a lifted step side. Very, very cool. This is 1986 Chevy Silverado K10 step side, limited to 17,406 pieces. And you might be asking yourself, if you're not familiar with why? Why is there more of these? How is that possible if they're in a set together that there's more of this one? What's going on? Well, that's because they sell these also in straight packs to hobby dealers. So they're not only sold as a 6-car set, but they're also sold as you can get a box of 6 or a master case of just this one casting if you'd like, if you're a hobby dealer. And that is why. This one is bright red, is the color. And of course we got an opening hood, and of course we got a detailed engine bay. And this one also has the tailgate that flips down as well. And it looks pretty nice in this just kind of a basic color, bright red. And then we also got it for version B in white. Also limited to the same amount. So 17,406 is how many of these were made. Oh, we got to look at the plate too, huh? Up real high. What state is that? I'm not good at recognizing my state plates. And is that Nevada? I can't read it. So there's that. And then we've got the Ultra Red, of course. And so you're going to see the same traits in the Ultra Red for this release. If you're not as familiar with the Ultra Reds, as of course I am and some other viewers on my channel may be, there only is one Ultra Red, regardless of whether you find it on the version A or version B card. And this holds true for the majority of Auto World releases. They're going to have the same Ultra Red in either version A or version B card. So it doesn't matter what card I would have pulled this off of. It's going to look the same, and it's going to have the same sort of traits. The other thing is the traits are typically going to be consistent throughout the series. So just like we saw in the Camaro, we're going to have an Ultra Red body. We're going to have an Ultra Red interior. We're going to have white tires and rims and a white base, white painted base. And that is the case as well with this truck. Okay, and then this one, based on your 3% of production, which is standard for store release, meaning releases that you can find or could have found at Walmart or Target, they're going to be 3% of the production will be the chase. That makes this limited to approximately 1,049 pieces, or 1,050 pieces, somewhere in there. So there you go. All right, moving on from there, number 3 in the series is the Cadillac Eldorado, 1975 Eldorado. This one's in Tarragon Gold Poly. It's kind of a cool color, gold. Appropriate color for this Cadillac. This is a really cool tooling. Everybody loves the big boat cars from Auto World. Being that they are true 1/64 scale, this thing is nice and long, as it would have to be for the 75 Caddy. And this is limited to 14,910 pieces, so the same as the Camaro. And actually the same as the rest of the set, now that I'm looking at it. So the only one that they made more of was the square body, because they undoubtedly thought it would be the most popular, because square bodies are, you know, popular. So there's that. And then the version B color for this is Firethorn Poly, which is a cool color that is kind of unique-ish. It's like it's kind of like a reddish brick orange kind of thing going on. It's not really red, it's not really brown, it's not really, you know, whatever. It's a brick. I guess it looks kind of brick colored, if I had to say. But it's a poly, so it's got the metal flake in it. And a lot of time, like Auto World does a fantastic job doing their factory paint matching stuff, and a lot, like the metal flake in this looks really fine, which sometimes metal flake can look really big on a 1/64 scale car. I mean, this one, it's very, very fine metal flake. So it looks, you know, somewhat realistic. It's not going to be, you know, like a crazy amount or crazy size flakes in there that would make it look just, you know, out of scale, I guess, or whatever. So you got this one, version B. Looks real good. It's a cool color. I actually prefer, I think, this color over the gold. Like if I were to own one of these in real life, I think I would pick the Firethorn. This one's got a small like paint issue on the rim, it looks like. I wonder if I have another one of these. A lot of times I'll buy multiples of Auto World. When I find them in the store, I have a hard time not picking up them. And then we've got this guy here. Okay, so this is the Ultra Red. One thing about this Ultra Red now is this is the first one in the set so far that we've looked at that kind of cues into one other factor in the chase traits. So this one, as you may have noticed, has that like tan top that is the same as the gold one. Now it doesn't matter, even if you found it on the card for the Firethorn one, it still would have that tan top on it. So that tells you that the chases, not only do they have ultra red body, ultra red interior, white rims and tires, and a white base, they also go off of the version A traits. Okay, this is not always the case. Sometimes they will go off of version B traits. There are some oddball times where there will be a different Ultra Red on each one. On each version A and version B. It's not very common, and we'll cross that bridge, of course, when we get there. But this is the Ultra Red for that one. So by calculation, and the rest of these should all be limited to around 895 pieces. So there you have it. White rims and tires. I like the white rims. I think the white rims look cool. So there you go. There's a little bit of weirdness going on there back in the paint on the back side of this car. But barely noticeable unless you're really under the microscope there. And it's not dust or anything. It's just that is how it is. All right. Next, sticking with the big boats, we got the Lincoln Continental. And check that guy out. This is a really cool color for this car. Midnight Jade. Hard to photograph and get to look right. Hard to... I don't even know how it's coming across to you guys, but it is a green. It's a very dark green. And in person, it looks really cool. I don't know how it looks to you guys, but this is really cool actually in person. This dark green. So again, limited to 14,910 pieces. This is a really cool casting from Auto World. It is absolutely massive, super long, and very, very cool to get this in true 1/64 scale fashion. So this one in green is really cool. But I bet you a lot of you probably will prefer this one here in Jubilee Gold. And it is awesome. It's one of the nice touch about it, excuse me, is that they have the gold rims. That looks super cool. In Jubilee Gold. I think if I were to get the car, though, in real life, I think I would prefer this dark green one. I think it just looks so cool in this dark green. So I'm a big fan of this casting. I think it's quite awesome. And of course, we got the Ultra Red for it. And the Ultra Red is going to be, yep, you guessed it, it's going to be Ultra Red body, interior, white rims, tires, white base. And then, actually, I was going to say it has a green top, but it doesn't. I don't think it does. Is that green? Or is that black? Oh my goodness. If you struggle with color blindness at all, which I don't think I do, you would really struggle with this, right? Because green and red are the real issue. This is black. That's black. That ain't green. So I guess throw what I said out the window as far as exactly what the traits are supposed to be, but I believe that's black, and that's black back there too. That is not the green. It's like a matte black. Interesting. So I'm not sure. how exactly that occurred. But there you go. You've got, so this isn't quite right. So there are some weird little anomalies with Auto World, and it does happen from time to time. Like there'll be just some weird things about some chases or things that just happen. Some of them may be happy accidents, is how they ended up just getting produced, and it is what it is. But I don't know, it's cool. It's why Auto World is kind of an eclectic brand to collect when it comes to, you know, the chase models and stuff like that, because they can confuse a lot of people, and even me, who pays pretty close attention, can get confused from time to time. So this one, I didn't think this was black really until I just looked at it now. Maybe I mentioned it in the previous video when I opened this car up. I don't remember, but there you go. It's got a black thing going on, not the green. So interesting. All right, next. Second to last, because we're going to do the Roadrunner last. The Roadrunner's technically number 5 in the set, and this one's technically number 6. But this is the 1973 Ford Mustang Mach 1. This was technically a new tooling, meaning that I think it just had a new front end, possibly rear end on it, to make it the 1973 model. I believe normally they've released them as 1971s. So there are some slight differences that you muscle car aficionados will know what the differences are, but some of you will not. But there you go. 73 Mach 1. And this color is medium copper poly, and I really like it in this copper. I think it looks pretty awesome. And this one, you got a matte black hood, black spoiler. And then the alternate color for this, so the version B, is going to be this guy here. This is in Ivy Bronze Poly, which is a beautiful color green. We do not have black on the hood on this one. We get white, or actually silver accenting on the sides. A lighter green interior. Same 73 Mach 1 license plate. And there you have that. Very cool. So, and then of course the Ultra Red. So the Ultra Red, based on our predictions, it should have the version A traits. So it's going to have this black hood here, and of course an Ultra Red body, Ultra Red interior, white wheels and tires, and a white base. And that's exactly what we're going to see. Is this right here? Oh, I never opened the hood on this one. You want to check out that? There's the hood opens really good, easy on these Mach 1s. There we go. We didn't check out the hood. We didn't open the hood on the Lincoln, did we? Or the Cadillac. What am I doing? Well, the Lincolns are actually hard to get open. And I'm trying to get one open right now, but it's fighting me. We must see it, though, right? Maybe? Before I give up? I can't get it open, guys. I cannot get it open. But anyway, take a look at this Mach 1. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I guess we're going to skip getting the hood open on the Lincoln. I cannot get it open. Let's do the, here's the Cadillac. How big that sucker is in there. Massive. That was easy to get open. Those ones are really easy to get open. These Lincolns are impossible. Well, I know they're possible to get open. I just, you know, whatever. I'm having a rough time with it. I'm going to try a different tool here. Sorry to derail the video. And maybe you guys don't even really care so much. But it's annoying me that I got... Usually I can just whack these on my finger and they fly open. In this case, it's not doing that. And I do apologize for taking all this time. Maybe the Ultra Red's the one that's going to come open easy. I swear I've had these hoods open before. Alright, I got her to break free. Was that worth it? There it is. Shut. To never be opened again. Alright, so there you go. There's that. Alright, so we've looked at all of them. Alright, next is a very, very cool casting. I'm going to get out both colors here. So this is the Plymouth Roadrunner And 1973 Plymouth Roadrunner. And the first one that came out was the mist green one. The second one is the blue one, Basin Street Blue. So this is a really cool casting, and these cars have demanded quite a bit of price, the older releases of this casting. I believe this is only the third time that this casting has shown up in a Auto World set. And prior to this one coming out, these castings were really hard to get a hold of and were very expensive. They were also, I believe one other release was a like Auto World store or like hobby exclusive release from Auto World. So, and since then, I think they've had a Rat Fink release and some other thing. But these were really hard to get, and now you've got these two, and I think they go for quite a bit less because they're limited to 14,910 pieces. There's a lot more out there of these than there was of versions of this car in the past. Anyway, we've got this one in green. It looks fantastic. We've got this one in blue. It looks fantastic. I think arguably this might be my favorite release in the set are these two. And then, of course, we finally got the Ultra Red. And here it is. We're going to go ahead and open it up right now. So, of course, what are we going to see? We're going to see Ultra Red body. Ultra Red interior, white base, white wheels and tires. And there it is. Very cool. Very, very cool. Just looking at the plate here. We didn't open the hood on this, did we? All right. Oh, that's how I usually do it. And it usually works pretty good. There you go. Very awesome. All right, sick. I am happy to finally complete this set. Didn't take too long, but, you know, still took a little while to get it done, almost an entire year. So, all right, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. What is your favorite release? Or what's your favorite model in this set? I mean, this black Camaro is kind of undeniably cool, isn't it? There's that one. You've got the land yachts, which out of all the land yachts, this would be my favorite. Some of you guys just can't get over the square bodies, so you're going to be like, oh, that's definitely my favorite is the big truck. And it is cool. And then, I mean, the Mustang. The Mustang is cool, too. It's just a really solid set. So, awesome, guys. All right, thank you guys again. Again, to see more of this stuff, just go to my playlist for Auto World. There's all sorts of complete sets in there. If you want to go down memory lane of Auto World and check out some other stuff that's been released, I definitely encourage you do that. So yeah, and that's going to be it. So thank you guys very much for watching. Have a good day.